Dare I ask, how's it looking this week?
Well, it certainly feels like spring now, Tina, and it is going to stay that way. The clocks have gone forward, had a nice late sunset today, and what a beautiful end to the day it was for a weather watcher in Kent, where temperatures earlier on got up to around 18 degrees.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. If you haven't yet stepped out, it's a chilly start to the day for some of us where we've had clear skies. But there is a bit of cloud around this morning and some dampness, and here the temperature has held up. But as we go through this week, we're looking at warm sunshine. There will be some cool breezes, particularly so down the North Sea coastline at times, and it's going to be largely dry. But at times there'll also be some cool breezes. Now, if that tempts you down to the seaside and you're thinking of dipping your toe in, it still is cold all the way around our shores. And a quick look at the pollen levels for today. They're moderate or indeed low.
And we've got the results of an exclusive BBC investigation into illegal sewage discharges here at England's biggest lake. We'll be finding out why some campaigners like Steve Coogan are so angry about the state of the entire water industry.
John is on the banks of Windermere for us this morning. John.
It's a beautiful, still morning here on Windermere in the Lake District. Nina and Sally, the gaggle of geese who were heckling us a couple of hours ago seem to have gone off to find somewhere else to play for the moment. So, yeah, we're just enjoying the peace and the quiet of this fantastic spot. And this is England's largest lake. Windermere is home to 14,000 people, but well, 7 million of us come and visit this part of the world every single year, which brings so much tourism into the local economy, worth £750 million a year. But you'll remember that over the last couple of summers, when the weather's got warmer and the visitors have turned up in those greatest numbers, those pictures of bright green algal blooms on the water's surface have from time to time made the headlines.
Good morning, Sal and Nina. Good morning to you too. It is a beautiful start to the day for many of us. We've got blue skies. It's been chilly though.
Blue skies we were all hoping for, and I know who can tell us. Morning, Carol.
Good morning, John. Well, you should later on. The cloud in the north and the west should start to break up. We'll see some bright or some sunny spells coming in. But if you're not in the north or the west, there's a lot of blue sky around this morning, as you can see in Northamptonshire and also in Guernsey. Look at that. Beautiful start to the day. Now, where we've had the clear skies, it's been a chilly start. Where we've had the cloud, it's not been as cold.
Carol, we're all just talking about how much better our lives are going to be with this lovely sunshine.
Fingers crossed. Everything changes.
Yes.
Lighter evenings and a little bit of sunshine.
Just your whole feeling and personality. It all gets a lift, doesn't it?
Thanks, Ben. Well, it is yet another largely dry and fairly sunny day as we see out the final day of March, and that is closing what has been a very dry month in places. Now, this map shows how much rainfall we've seen during the month of March compared to average. It's been particularly dry in the south. Northwick there in Devon, there's just been 5% of expected March rainfall, 6% there in Kenley. And although further north it has been a little bit wetter, for many of us well below average rainfall this March, and not much of it to come over the next few days as well.
Now, we've had blue sky and sunshine from the start today. You can see at Barbican, also in the east as well, very little in the way of cloud to speak of. And you can see from the satellite and radar picture from earlier today that in the southeast there really isn't any cloud to speak of. And
Hello there, Ben. Yes, we've got lots of sunshine out there today for many of us. This picture comes from Norfolk, and in fact, across parts of Norfolk and Suffolk, it has been probably the sunniest March on record. And there's a bit more of this to come as we head through into the start of April as well. So we're looking at some warm sunshine by day for the next couple of days.
So we had a sunny day for that, even though the story wasn't that sunny. And we've got more to come this week. We've just got a whole row of sunshines in the outlook.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know. I brought it for you. Here we go. Enjoy. Hello again. I hope you had a lovely start to the week. It looks like these little ones did so cute, little plop in the water. Nice way to start the day, don't mind if I do. And these two as well. I'm showing this photo because you can see that they started off with frost this morning and then those temperatures climb themselves up nicely into those mid to high teens. We've got a big range of temperatures at the moment. Thursday probably the warmest day of the week, popping up into the 20s possibly. And then Friday starting off cloudy, but look at that. Golden medallions of sunshine. Hurrah. Cheerio.
Oh, yeah, lovely, isn't it? Well, March is almost at an end. It has been quite an unusual month, particularly across England and Wales, where it's been the driest March for over 60 years. And as well as dry weather, there's been a lot of sunshine as well. But
it is lovely out there, and it's also been a busy weekend with the clocks going forward and a partial solar eclipse.
Yeah, it's still light outside, which is lovely. The first week where we leave work and it is still light. It has been a beautiful start. We've had plenty of sunshine around. And yes, Riz is quite right. We had a busy weekend with the clocks, but also this partial solar eclipse. We had almost perfect conditions, just a little bit of high clouds. So we got to see that around 11 o'clock on Saturday morning just gone. Now, this week we are in for a good week. It's dry and it's settled. We've got warm sunshine, but it might just be quite breezy at times, and that brings that breeze to be a little bit cooler. Now, this was earlier on, plenty of sunshine, as you can see, just a little bit of cloud edged in through the afternoon, but it has been very sunny. It's still quite sunny outside as well. Now,
and we're making the most of British summertime and the lighter evenings as we chase sunsets on the Kent Downs and other national parks through the course of this week. Full forecast next. Well, as we head through this week, really, it is going to be staying largely fine, as I say. It will be a little breezy at times. That'll be something to watch out for, particularly out towards the North Sea coast.
Alex is enjoying some beautiful surroundings in Kent. It's glorious, Alex, isn't it? How long is this sunshine going to last?
Well, a very good evening to you, Mary, and to everybody at home. The good news is that it is expected to last for the rest of this week. In fact, I've been looking into the long-range forecast as we head into April, and it looks as though that month is likely to be dominated by a high pressure, so it could be April sunshine rather than April showers. Now, the sun sets at 7:33 here at Ike Hill, where we are at the moment. It's actually just dipped below the hill in the background, but we are loving the lighter evenings. And when the sun was high in the sky earlier today, of course, we had to put the drone up in the light winds, and you can see nothing but blue skies across the Kent Downs here. The sheep also loving the conditions, and the temperature also respectably above average for the time of year, and that's going to be the case as we head through the next few days. But the one thing we're going to have to watch out for are the mornings and also the evenings. The middle part of the day, fine, but at this time of year, still some chilly mornings expected, so you're going to need that extra layer as you head out the door tomorrow morning, whether to work or school, but by lunchtime I'm sure you will not need it. What's going to be controlling the weather over the next few days? I mentioned those two words earlier. It's high pressure. Let's take a look at the conditions as we head through the course of this week. And as you can see, we're dominated by high pressure today and over the next few days. And on Thursday, we get another area moving. So for the time being, it is plain sailing, very settled conditions, plenty of sunshine and lots of dry weather. Let's take a look right now. Well, that's the way it is looking here at Ike Hill. As you can see, the sky behind me looking absolutely stunning. Mary, there's going to be a fair few of these as we head through the next few days. So maybe get out and take a few pictures if you can.
Beautiful. Alex, thank you so much for that.